Once you go inside, actually, you notice that there's mostly girls. What is the lamest joke I could come up with? Gotharita.
It's a gothic Lita Pokemon.
It's vlogging you and vlogging me. Pikachu with a keyboard. That is a good idea. This ball is not masterful enough.
Apparently it is!
Wow! The Go Game Salon. Filled with lights. It's a very lively place. You will definitely have a good time if you come to visit. Good morning, I am here in Ikebukuro in Tokyo. I'm going to be doing a shoot for Let's Play Japan today. Thought I'd show you Animate. I think it is the main branch, like the head office for Animate in Tokyo. Maybe in Japan, I'm not sure. Once you go inside, actually, you notice that there's mostly girls. In fact, I don't know what it is about the products that they choose to put in this branch, or maybe they also have special events that happen here, but there are very few boys actually walking around in this shop. That's how the content is actually working on this street. So I will keep you updated through the day, mostly just shooting in Tokyo. I don't even really have time to be going shopping right now, but since I'm in Ikebukuro, I thought I'd show it to you. I will keep you updated. So Kathy Cat has just sent me a message saying, she said, meet me at the owl, and I was like, what owl? I don't know where that is. It's right here, didn't even know. So there's that, that's the owl. Apparently it's a Pokestop, so I guess she wants to use that for one of the videos we're going to make today. My hair is going crazy. Hilarious development. Turns out I'm not actually at Otome Road where I thought I was. I thought maybe this road is Otome Road. It's not. There's a shop here called Lashin Bang. They sell lots of pre-owned goods like figures and comics and that sort of thing. Here's the street stopper for that. We need to go outside so I can ask you a question. So I have a question for you, Kathy Cat.
Okay.
Yeah. What's today's coordinate?
Today's coordinate, again, it's again inspired by Pokemon trainers.
Oh yeah?
Actually. Yes.
No, actually it's 35.737 by 139.707.
Huh?
Today's coordinate. GPS coordinates. That's what I was trying to think of. What is the lamest joke I could come up with before Kathy arrives? It's on Kathy's channel. She does a what's my coordinate thing, and she talks about what she's wearing. Yep. Like today.
Like today.
Can I give it a name?
Oh, you want? Oh God.
Yeah,
okay, give it a name.
Yeah, 35 by 139.
Sobaのセットでよろしいですか？
うどん。
うどん、高いのと冷たいの。冷たいので、はい、かしこまりました。
What kind of ball is this?
I can't see it right now. It's the dark one. It's a dust ball.
It's the dark one. Yeah,
I wanted
this?
to match it with Gotharita.
Gotharita.
It's a gothic Lita Pokemon.
Is the name Gotharita?
Yes.
What is this? Is this the oolong tea? Food time. This is what I ordered. It's the set with the battered stuff and the udon, and inside here, soy sauce. It's not soy sauce. It's kind of a soy sauce flavored soup to dip my noodles in. I'm gonna practice my slurp. Is that what she said? Here we go.
She said.
I'm sure I'm not the only person who has said this today, but I walked up to this giant foot and I said, "Oh my God, Zilla." I don't know if he's actually up there in the sky somewhere. This is vlogging, people vlogging. We've got like a vlog triangle going on here. Vlogging you and vlogging me. That's a song by Mamma Mia. I was gonna say that's a song by Mamma Mia. It's a song by ABBA. So here I am again at Pokemon Center Mega Tokyo. If you haven't already seen, I had a video in the past, maybe a few months ago when I went to Pokemon Center Mega Tokyo here in Ikebukuro. It's worth checking out if you want to see the whole of the inside of the shop. I'm going to show you a bit of what's inside. I hope you enjoy it. Pikachu with a keyboard. That is a good idea. If I'm not mistaken, there was actually a 3DS game with a special attachment. We can actually connect a keyboard to your 3DS. The temptation is strong to buy a giant Ditto. I think it's all about these guys right now. These are all the rage. So cute.
You can't get many far-fetched. It's like an Asia exclusive. You only get this in
Apparently it's
Asia.
an Asian exclusive. Does that mean it's an Asian Pokemon? I didn't know that Pokemon had race. It's like every 3 minutes with this person. I get a tap on the shoulder. The Squirtle. And that was it.
First I said, I'm very, very sorry.
Sorry, it started with I'm very, very sorry. Then all the language.
To catch a Squirtle right
All the language after that was just Squirtle. Squirtle.
It's, I don't know why.
Are you having Squirtle issues?
Yes.
This bowl is not masterful enough.
Partly this.
Wow! I'm sure you feel so accomplished now.
Feel the irony just pouring out.
After you catch those things, do you feel like you can kind of take a break because you've done enough?
No.
No, you just feel like more and more and more? Like an addiction?
Oh man.
Running around Tokyo looking for a place to play Pokemon Go. This is it! The Go Game Salon. Alright, good news is I've finished the shoot for LPJ today, but it's going to typhoon in a minute, so I have to get home as soon as possible to avoid getting rained on in the most horrible, horrible way. So I have not actually been caught in a typhoon this year, and I'm going to try and keep it that way by getting home, walking through Ikebukuro on the way home now. It's filled with lights. It's a very lively place. You will definitely have a good time if you come to visit Ikebukuro, but I am on my way out. Unfortunately, that means I think it's gonna cut this vlog a bit short. Alright, I'm actually back home and I've done the edit for the video that you'll have just watched, but it's actually a completely different day. This is actually being recorded after the day that you just saw when I was in town shooting in Ikebukuro, but it's a really cool part of Tokyo. It's not really, it's kind of Akihabara's here, Shibuya's here, and Ikebukuro's somewhere in the middle in sort of the northern bit of Tokyo. So if you do have a chance to go, it's a lot of fun. I'm sorry I didn't actually get a chance to show you Otome Road, where there's actually quite a lot of shops focused on products that they think females would be more interested in. I would like to go and check it out eventually, but so far I've only actually been to that head office Animate, which is good fun. Checking out the Pokemon Center was also pretty cool to see all the new stuff. I don't know why there's a Pikachu with a keyboard. I know, or what's all the stuff with all the Ditto? I don't know what all the Ditto face stuff. Maybe if someone can let me know if maybe there's some kind of anniversary thing for Ditto. I don't know what the big deal is with Ditto, but it was cool to see all the new toys and they were fun and cute. Also, actually, the past week has been a little bit empty with videos because I keep recording videos and then I dislike them. And if I dislike a video that I make, I end up just not putting it online because I don't really want to put videos online where I'm playing a game where I don't like. But let me explain what those games were. I actually played King of Fighters 14. I played the demo of it. I made a video about it, but I was just not getting into it. I don't know what it is about the game, but it just doesn't speak to me yet. Maybe there will be updates, maybe a future version of a 3D King of Fighters will be more enjoyable for me, but I didn't really get into King of Fighters 14. Not yet. I will give it another chance later. I've only played the demo and the new game comes out like today. I wasn't really getting into the graphics because it looks like they're moving slowly, even though I think frame for frame, the actions are as quick as the 2D versions of the game. It's just that the way that they animate them, it hasn't been done with enough pizzazz. It hasn't got enough momentum, and I don't feel like the acceleration is right. When the 2D version, when they draw the characters, they go from here and then suddenly the leg is out there. And when they do it in 3D, it just doesn't look quite right. It doesn't have the same acceleration. Another thing that I've done, which I think the critics will be keen to be interested to hear about, is Ghostbusters. I went and saw Ghostbusters in the cinema. Really actually quite enjoyed Ghostbusters. Maybe it's because I went in with low expectations, but I recently re-watched Ghostbusters 1, which I saw a long time ago when I was a kid. I saw Ghostbusters 2, which actually I really enjoyed Ghostbusters 2. And then when I saw this version, it's hard to say whether they improved on the original or whether there was a need for this movie, but I quite enjoyed it. I liked the 4 women who were in the main roles. I thought the cameos didn't work that well, but I'm not gonna say whether the movie is good or bad, because all I can find on YouTube is people saying that this is not a good movie or this is not a bad movie, and I don't know why people are so hung up on the words good and bad, because it doesn't really help anyone. I could say the movie's good, you should go and watch it. You may go and watch it and you may dislike it. I don't use words like good and bad, I just use words that are less qualitative and a little more descriptive, like I enjoyed it. I thought the characters were funny, I thought some moments were awkward, I think some of the dialogue made me think, oh, they just said that. But I'm never gonna say whether the movie was good or bad. I just actually really enjoyed it, and if you haven't seen Ghostbusters, it won't kill you to watch it. I quite enjoyed it. And now it's time to see what you guys have been saying in the comments. So this is a comment on the crazy anime manga cosplay video I made about Comiket. It's from Kevin Green. They say, do you think it's hard for a tourist to meet new people in Japan? I was seriously interested in going in the next few years, but I'm pretty awkward. That is a really interesting question, because meeting Japanese people, not only is it quite difficult anyway, but even when you meet Japanese people eventually, they don't immediately bring you into their friends group. And I think it's something like because friendships are really, really strong, the bonds are really strong from junior high school, so that even when they go to high school, they still go home and they hang out with their friends who lived nearby them. In Japan, circles, it's all about friendship circles, and those circles are tight. I've often been friends with people who have a friends group, but I don't get like assimilated into the group. Sometimes I have been, sometimes I haven't, and it's really, really interesting. There's a very interesting dynamic in Japan, but just remember, friends groups are very close-knit, and just because you don't get brought into the group immediately doesn't mean that they don't like you, or that you may get assimilated into the group later. I mean, it's a super big conversation to have, but just keep in mind that there are cultures around these things. If you're talking about just going to Comiket and trying to make friends there, actually I think that might be one of the best ways to do it, because I have a lot of friends, foreigner friends, who take part in cosplay at Comiket, and I know they have an incredibly fun time. They have so many friends that they've met through cosplay, and doing something as brave as putting on a costume and posing in front of hundreds and thousands of people, you've got to have a lot of courage to do it, and if you meet other people who do cosplay, that could be a really great way to meet new friends. Of course, when you go and buy comics from people, you can have a little chat with them and talk about their comics. I don't know if you'll instantly become friends, but that is the atmosphere it is. You can go up to tables, chat with the people who are selling their stuff, and they tend to be very receptive. Like, if you ask them a question, oh, did you draw this with this software, or did you draw this with this tool? They'll be quite happy to have a conversation with you, as long as they're not super busy trying to sell to a whole line of people who want to buy their comic. Point of the matter is, if you're going to make friends in Japan, finding a sport that you like, finding an event you like, finding a culture that you like, and finding the people who do that as well is a really good way to start. I'm not incredibly advanced when it comes to skating yet, but even when I go to skate parks, I notice people come and chat to me and they want to know what level I'm at, whether they can help me, give me any advice. It can be friendly, as long as you're not put off by that initial culture shift where you're not instantly brought into everything that they go to. Assimilation into a friends group in Japan can take time, but patience, just be patient. Another comment on the anime manga cosplay Comiket video I made, this is from Avensol. They say, if I were to go to Comiket, I wouldn't blend in as well because I don't have Asian parents. I would immediately be seen as a foreigner. Smiley face or reverse smiley face, I'm not sure. That is really, really, really interesting, because as you can see, I have quite an Asian look. And yes, when I walk around in Japan, it is easier to blend in, and until someone speaks to me, they tend to not know that I'm a foreigner. But here is the but. As soon as I do speak, if I'm talking about something using the vocabulary that I'm not very familiar with, sometimes people will lock on immediately and know that I'm not Japanese, and then suddenly it becomes kind of awkward and they start speaking English because they feel like they have to speak English, even though I know enough Japanese to get the conversation faster going in just Japanese. It can be a little bit strange, but what I'd like to put out there for anyone who's worried that they don't look Japanese and that they won't fit in is that once you open your mouth, that is all that matters. If you can handle Japanese language, then people will not even see what race you are because you're speaking their language and you can communicate with each other. I see it all the time. People who look Asian but are unable because of language barriers to really blend into the society, or maybe blend in with conversation topics and that sort of thing. But then other people who do not look as Asian, and once they open their mouth and they begin to speak, suddenly all of the conversation will go to that person, and the Japanese people will kind of forget that other Asian-looking people or Asian-looking foreigners are even there, because what really matters is being able to communicate. I feel like no matter what country you're in, it doesn't really matter. You are not just going to be judged on how you look. Once you open your mouth, that's all that counts, and I will say it over and over and over again. The last question is actually from the same video. This is from Anime Nerd. They say, what was the reason for making the NihongoGamer channel? And it could be interesting if you do a Draw My Live video. A few years ago, when this whole thing started, NihongoGamer was just a website. I had a few friends, and we were interested in games, and I would throw out the idea to various friends. I would say like, hey, can you just write a review about a video game and talk about whether it's good enough to help you study Japanese. But that was such a small website, and getting people to read these reviews is such a specific topic that I thought, hey, if we made these as videos, it would be much easier for people to consume and get some value out of, and then we could actually play the games as well and show people. And in the end, my friends were just too busy and moved on to do other things. Now it's just the channel, and I don't really update the website that much at all. I would like a situation in the future where I could update a website quite continuously, but just as one person, I don't really have the time right now. Who knows, maybe in the future there will be some sort of NihongoGamer army. That would be really cool. But for now, I'm focusing mostly on the YouTube channel, obviously Twitter and Instagram. I'm trying to keep those updated as well. That's basically what it was. It was, let's make video game reviews and talk about which games are the best for learning Japanese. But the truth is, pretty much any game is good for learning Japanese. Just depends on what kind of language you want to acquire, what kind of vocabulary you want to acquire. And the other thing about making reviews is it takes forever, and I don't have enough time to play through an entire game just so I can write one article. At least with YouTube, I have the flexibility to make vlogs, play a few games, do some impressions gameplays, first time gameplays. I could also do reviews. There's a lot more flexibility I felt with YouTube, and I've also just really enjoyed it, and it's so interactive, and I'm able to answer comments and talk to people. I feel like I really get to actually speak with you through the camera. When I'm recording it, obviously it's just me and the camera in the room, but when I for some reason, once I switch it on, the whole experience changes, and I feel like you are actually here with me. I don't really know how to explain it, but I really enjoy it, and I hope to do it for as long as physically can be done. So, if you could and help me out there, you can subscribe to the channel if you want to watch more of this, and comment on this video if there was something that you saw that you have a question about. Obviously do ask it in the comments section. Like this video if you enjoyed it. That really does help me out. I think liking the videos also helps spread the video's influence so that other people can watch these videos as well. Share the links if you have a chance to on Twitter or whatever social network you've got, and I will see you in the next NihongoGamer video. There are more people leaving Comiket than people actually going in. There's some amazing stuff going on here. Genius idea. Where I come from, it's hard to actually find books like these. I'm gonna buy the official water bottle here. Okay. Men are not allowed to sell things at the counter. You gotta have women sell things at the counter. I don't know why that might be.